fan. We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Yours.
BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha and mahalo. How are you all doing on this beautiful Friday evening? Well, at least it is here, Friday afternoon. I'm hoping it's beautiful wherever you are. Come on, talk to me. I want to hear from you today. Oh, you know what? Something interesting has happened. For the second season in the Bro, the Blues are the last undefeated team. Now, last year they went 5-0 or 6-0 before they lost a game. This year, slightly different, as they only played 2 games. Every other team that has lost in regulation or in overtime is played at least 3 games. The Blues have only played 2. They have no overtime losses. They're only, team that's undefeated or, in regulation. So we'll hope that will continue, but they have got a tough test tomorrow. Oh, yes, they do. A very, very tough test tomorrow. I was hoping to get a guest on tonight, but unfortunately he was unable to make it. Lance might show up later. I don't know. I didn't share the show out tonight. I don't know why. I guess I just wasn't feeling it. Sometimes you have days where things go good, and then you have other days where they don't. For me, today's kind of one of those days where they don't, just is what it is. Nothing's wrong. Just, I deal with it. Share to my feed. That might help. There we go. I just hate the way Facebook does this now. I really do. I got to remember it now that it's going through this event, because it doesn't automatically go to my page. I don't know if it automatically invites people. It tells you I'm coming. It just makes it hard. I got a couple of groups that I share it to. Hopefully Danny Johnson shows up tonight, because I'd like to ask him, because he's got me turned on with where it's got to be approved. I'm going to see if he can go in, or if he wouldn't mind going in and changing that. So, when I do post this, it will automatically go and not have to wait for an admin to approve it, because that does hold it up. And, sometimes, it's a live show and it doesn't get shown right away. That hurts. So is what it is. How are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, we look amazing this year. You mean your 2-2-0 team? Looks amazing. Right? Oh, Ryan, guy lately, you're the only thing I look forward to. I don't like it. What do you think of the new jersey? Oh, I like it, Julie. Hey, welcome. Julie's got a great group. I forgot to share to her group. Maybe I should share to her group tonight. Let me do that real quick. I'm sorry. I like it. I was concerned about the yellow at first, because I thought it might look closer to Predators jersey, but I like, because they went more with this gold that's on here, and I like it. I really do. I'm happy with it. I think the note was originally a prototype of what the very first one should have been, or what they looked at it being. I kind of like the thin note. I'm okay with it. I really do. You didn't beat Carolina badly, okay? You beat them by a goal. One of them was an empty net, and they were in the game all the way up until the end. So, McDavid, you're trolling again, buddy. You're trolling. I already did. Let's go Blues. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't like it. Was about the jersey. I love the yellow. Has the mane. I did too. Vegas glow in the dark. I think that's good. Blue should do it. Yeah, the Vegas one is kind of neat. McDavid, I thought the score yesterday was 5-3. Or 5-4, 6-4. Let me look at that again. Yeah, the game was 6-4, bud, not 6-3, and it was 5-4 until you got an empty netter. Looking at the game summary, this is from the Edmonton Oilers Carolina Hurricane game yesterday that McDavid thinks they dominated. Okay, first goal went to Edmonton. A power play goal at 8:22 of the first period. At 1:38 of the second, Carolina tied it up with Shindikoff. 8:20 of the second. Edmonton made it 2-1 with a goal by McLeod. Shorthanded goal, actually. I had Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in my fantasy. He got me 4 points. So I don't think Carolina ever led in the game. Carolina didn't lead, but it was 5-4. Carolina made it 5-4 with 8:55 mark of the third period, and then Edmonton made it 6-5 at the 1950 mark with an empty netter by McDavid. Right? So I'm sorry that I can't go with you on that, McDavid. What do fans flex their teams when they're start off good or just okay? Don't flex till it's the end of the season. He's gonna flex no matter what. He only likes the Avs, and he's an anti-Blues fan, and he likes says he likes the Avalanche, or the Oilers, but I'm not sure. I can't look at yesterday's game because I watched most of it and say that the Oilers dominated that game. I don't think that they did, especially when Edmonton 40 shots from Carolina, right? And then you only took 32. I mean, Campbell had a decent game, but still a 90, right? Campbell, my fantasy, the guy I played tonight, he had Campbell as his goalie, and I actually started 2 goalies and got out ahead and was able to secure up the goalie stats a little bit more. So he has both the starter and the backup for Edmonton, Campbell and Skinner. I was able to put Forsberg and Wedgwood out there. Forsberg got me a win. Wedgwood got me lost in overtime, but for Dallas, but he had a good game. He had 40 saves. So, I'm with there. The hair is gone. I don't think so. Don't think so. Right? We play the Edmonton Oilers tomorrow at 3:00 Central Standard Time, 10:00 Hawaii Standard Time. Did you see Binnington and Bertuzzo with the professor? Yes, I did. I did see that. He looked good. I agree, Michael Edwards. I saw that. He did look good. Sorry, hold up. My cord got caught. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. I got the Tampa Bay, Florida game on. It is 1-1. I know Detroit is leading 2-0 over Chicago. Wendy was talking about watching this game tonight. Kraken and the Avalanche are just now starting. I'm pretty sure the Avalanche are going to destroy the Kraken, but you never know. 2 Oiler games in 3 nights. Yeah, they played last night, then they play tomorrow, and then they play us again on Wednesday. We play on Monday, and we play Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. We finally And this is something that I think is important for the Blues, maybe more so for the game against Edmonton on Wednesday than the game against Edmonton tomorrow, right? And the reason I say that, and the last game, we talked about it last night, and I talked about it with Lance, the second and third period, right? The Blues didn't seem, it seemed like their legs weren't there. And a lot of times you see that when a team plays 3 games in 4 nights, right? Oh, Rick, thank you. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome. You see that when a team plays the 3 games in 4 nights. Well, I try and cover everybody there, Rick. I really do. We do what this show is it is a live show, and you drive it, right? I pick some topics, and then a lot of times what you guys say is where we go. And then on Blues game days, I come on between an hour and a half hour before the game, and then we leave the stream running all the way through the game. Now, what happens during the game, during the play, we put up a background, and then during the intermissions, we come on and talk about the intermissions, give you a chance. The chat stays running. That way you guys can talk about what you see and give us an idea of what you want to talk about. Usually I have some co-hosts. Today I'm by myself. But tomorrow I should have Lance and Ashley with me. That should be fun. I appreciate you, Rick. So what I was saying earlier was a lot of times you see a team that plays 3 games in 4 nights in the later part of the second or third just get tired legs. And that's understandable. Well, what we saw last night was the Blues got tired legs. Well, the reason the Blues got tired legs is they haven't played. They don't have that, their legs, they've played 1 game in 11 days. That was their second game in 11 days, right? You go back and you look at it, they played the last preseason game on the 8th. They didn't play again till the 19th, and then played last night. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 days. 1 game in 11 days. So you know what? That shows you that you can you're going to lose your legs. You can't build them up, right? That much time off. That's why, they have, I don't know if they have it this season, but they have a little bye week in there, that 5 days off. Usually when teams come out of that bye week, they struggle. They can struggle. Compare the last game for the Blues and Edmonton before tomorrow. Okay, we can do that. That's a good thing. Now, last night, Edmonton played Carolina, the Hurricanes. Very good game. Edmonton ended up winning that one 6-4 with an empty netter to make it to 6. They led the whole way. Well, they didn't lead the whole way. They never trailed in the game. Edmonton gave up 40 shots and took 32. Edmonton on the power play was actually pretty good. On special teams was pretty good. They got a shorthanded goal. I think they had 2 power play goals. Let me go and look at that real quick. Let me look at the game summary, bring that up for you. So here we go. Let me bring this up. So, okay. Ooh, wrong game. Sometimes it does that to me. I think I click on the game and it gives me a different one. There we go. Game summary. Here we go. I'm getting there, bud. Yep. Is that Danny out there? If that's Danny, I hope. I want to talk to you real quick. Okay, so where am I at? I'm looking at. Okay, so Carolina was 2 for 5 on the power play, and Edmonton was 2 for 5, but also had a shorthanded goal. Right? They also got a shorthanded goal in there. McDavid had 4 points, I think a goal and 3 assists. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins had a goal and 3 assists. He was all over the place. McDavid's last one was an empty netter. Hey, Danny, question for you. On your group, you've got it set up to where I have to get an admin to approve it going in. Can you change that on mine so where it does, I don't need approval? I know you can do it individually. So that way the live show doesn't wait for an admin, because a lot of times it gets approved the day after the show or an hour after the show, and that kind of doesn't work. It doesn't help for people. So I was kind of helping that. Vladdy was told by Schwartz to be a passer, and he got 3 assists. Yes, I know that. Right? I absolutely know that. Edmonton gave up 40 shots, and that I think bodes well for the Blues. They took 33. The Blues have got to keep shots down. A lot of penalties in this game. Here we go. Edmonton's penalties. They took Ryan Nugent-Hopkins took a tripping penalty. Draisaitl a slashing. McLeod a interference. Vogel took a hooking, and Kane took an interference. Right? You know, McDavid, they won't call anything unless he kills somebody. They won't call anything on him. So that was there. They gave up 5 penalties. Now, if you're going to give up 5 penalties to the Blues at the moment, okay. I appreciate that, Danny. I thought you were the one of the main, or the owner. I apologize, bud. It just would make it easier. I mean, I think, you know, from what I understand, you guys don't have a problem with me posting this in the group, right? That's what I understand. Just making sure. Oh, okay. Edmonton took 13 shots in the first, 9 in the second, and 11 in the third. The Blues are going to have to limit that number. Right? They're absolutely going to have to limit that number. I absolutely believe that. You don't see Sergei Hempel and his wife. Yes, I did see that. Congratulations to them. They had their baby boy this morning. They've been touting that for a while. We are comparing the Edmonton Oilers last game and then the Blues last game. Well, Edmonton Oilers last game was yesterday against Carolina. They won 6-4. They got goals. They got goals by a power play goal by Hyman, a shorthanded goal by McLeod, an even strength by Kane, an even strength by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, a power play by Draisaitl, and a empty netter, even strength empty netter by McDavid. Those were their 6 goals. At Carolina, it was a pretty good game. And Carolina had chances to tie that up or take the lead and just didn't. Campbell, right? His numbers right now are disgusting. I was looking at that earlier today. Hold on, let me pull this up. Let's see if I can get this pulled up, guys. I'm working on it. Gonna pull up the Edmonton Oilers stats. Here we go. So Jack Campbell has played in 3 games. He's 2-1. He has a 5.08 goals against average, an .874 save percentage. He's made 76 saves on 87 shots and given up 11 goals in 2 games or 3 games, right? I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. 11 goals in 3 games. And in fact, he gave up 4 in like 10 minutes of one game. And he got pulled. And then Skinner came in and got didn't take anything on that. He ended up losing the one game he started. He's got a 169 GA with a 944, but again, one game. And the game that Campbell gave up the 4 goals early, Skinner came in and then held him from scoring anymore. So that helps his numbers a lot. He's given up 3 goals He gave up 3 goals in his 60 minutes, so that's why his number's so low. But it is. The Blues have a chance to take advantage of Campbell if need be. Okay, bud. I thought someone from that group had told me that it was okay, and I thought, oh man, I hope that they're okay with that. I almost had a panic attack. I thought I was missing a game, bro. No. That sounds about right for him and Edmonton and an Edmonton goalie. Yeah. Now let's talk about the Blues last game. The Blues did not have a great last game. They didn't have a bad one, but they didn't have a great one. They didn't have a good one either. Somewhere, I guess, okay would be, okay. Well, some groups don't like, they call what I do self-promotion, and they have rules against it. Julie Ladd, who was here earlier, has it in her group, but I have, and I've seen the rules and I've been worried about it, but I did know in the past she has told me I could post it. So I've continued to do it. Hopefully there's no issue with me doing that. That's all I can say, right? I don't want anybody to be, I've been kicked out of enough groups. I don't want to get kicked out anymore, right? For just trying to share my show. So the Blues last game against Seattle. They never trailed in the game, which is good, but the second and third periods were not good. I will pull up the Blues stats here in a second. Look at those stats if you give me a minute second. Maybe. My computer's on hold for a second. Just a moment. Julie shared it. Okay. A lot of times she does that for me. I just want to make sure that she's okay with it, and some others. So okay, let's pull up the game summary. Pulling up the Blues game summary, and we'll cover that. Well, I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you, Danny. Okay, maybe. Oh, my computer is all of a sudden not being nice to me. Okay, I haven't gotten the summary yet. Let me try it another way. Maybe it's coming back. Okay, here we go. I got the Blues summary. Okay, Blues ended up winning 4-3 in overtime. They got goals by Kyrou, Shin, Falk, and Falk. They gave up goals to Bergeron, Donato, and I still have an issue with the Donato goal, but that's just me, and Larson. The Larson goal was the one that was funny. Oh, cool. Unger? Oh, that's cool. I'm happy for him. I'm glad that they made him a member of the first one in the inaugural class of the Blues Hall of Fame. There's like no way he shouldn't have been in there. It's just like, why is that guy's number not retired? I get we've had some other number 7s, but his number needs to be retired. Unger's number absolutely needs to be retired. I mean, that's just my opinion. Jason, hey man, how you doing? Not to call him me, Unger. Huh? Oh, Mr. Unger. No, I have done that before, and he has told me, no, my name is Gary Guy. You're my friend. You call me Gary. But I remember he gave me a memory, man. So the first night of the camp, they're having, so the first day of the camp, they do a draft and have dinner and a get together, and I'm at dinner where they have a buffet set up, little buffet, and I'm going down. I don't know what I had on, a shirt or a jersey. I don't know what I had on. But Ungie comes up to me and puts his arms around me and says, "Hey, aren't you the Hawaii Blues fan?" I mean, and everybody told me, he said, he came in and he just beelined straight to me, right? Like that's who he looked for. And it just, I mean, he made me feel really good. And I had a picture last year that I posted. I mean, I had dinner with him, Zook, Hess, and one other person. And I can't remember, Mike Hess, and I remember who the other person was. Or Bob Hess and, I can't remember who the other guy was. Oh man, but yeah, I had a really good dinner partner, and they were just regaling me with stories. It was a lot of fun. Yes, Falk had a night. You were right, Ashley. You caught that one dead on. Falk had a night, and we needed that night. Falk is going to be there. Now, here's something that might surprise you. If you read the description for tonight's show, I asked a question. Can Tarasenko keep pace with McDavid? Now, a lot of people are going to go, are you effing nuts? What are you talking about? Well, McDavid has played 4 games and has 10 points. Oh, yeah, he was great, right? He's 4 games and 10 points, right? And Tarasenko has played 2 games and 5 points. That's the same pace. I agree, man. It's going to be it's going to be a tough game. These teams match up a lot more than you think. And Binnington right now is playing on a different level than he's ever played on before, right? That initial save he made on the breakaway was as good as, if not better than, the save he made earlier in the game that should have been an absolute goal that hit his pad and his arm and he kept it out. There's an article today in the Post-Dispatch that talks about him being calm, talks about the other players saying how he's just got that, not this bravado, but this really cool demeanor about him, just focused. And you know, I said it. I was talking about it preseason, right? Mike, yes, I think he could hit 100 points this year. I have a feeling that he will be in some heart. I think there's some guys on the Blues that are going to get in trophy consideration this year. I really do. Right? 91 will have his best year this year. I think so, man. I really do. I'm with you on that. Good night, friends. I'll see you all tomorrow. Well, Ashley, you have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow too. Gonna be an interesting one. You know, we're gonna have McDavid trolling us, so we got to be ready for that. I'm ready for it. I'm looking forward to it. Sorry, guys. Let me check something real quick. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let me clear my head. Tarasenko on Wednesday night was absolutely in the right spot all night. Now, he did take some good shots, and he got robbed of 1 goal for sure, right? But the passes that he made were dead on. I mean, they were good, right? My concern right now is a little bit on the power play, right? They have got to work with Cairo a little bit to get him comfortable in that role. And that's important. If you get him comfortable in that role, that power play is going to blow up, right? Edmonton's power play right now, I will look at this real quick. Their power play is incredible. Their penalty kill, I don't think so much so. Let me bring this up real quick. So Edmonton Oilers, their penalty kill right now is at 76.2%. 76.2%. That is something you can exploit. Now, their power play, on the other hand, is at 37.5%. The Blues penalty kill has been perfect this year, same as San Jose, the Islanders, and the Red Wings. So, in the penalty kill, right now, the Red Wings have been shorthanded 10 times. The Islanders have been shorthanded 15 times, taking in 4 games. The Sharks have played 6 games and been shorthanded 20 times. Now, the Blues have a really tiny sample size. They've only played 2 games and only been shorthanded 3 times. However, but again, they're playing a team that can score on the power play. So it's going to be really important tomorrow for the Blues to continue to play disciplined hockey. You have to play disciplined hockey. Oh, I'm with you there, bud. Danny says he likes to troll sometimes because you get to play. Yeah, rub it in. Yep. Well, let's hope. Let's hope we do win. Oh wow, this Seattle game, little fight going on. McDermott and I can't see who the other guy is. It's 0-0 with 5:51 to go in the first, and Seattle has 7 shots to Colorado's 5. Helmet off. Couple good punches thrown. All right. Okay. So, all right. I just think for the Blues now you look at when I look at that report yesterday, the Blues only had 3 penalties, right? Neighbors got 2 of them, so there was only 2. I think there was only 1 power play because the first penalty, Donato got a double roughing where Barbashev got a roughing. So that wasn't one. Neighbors got the interference on the goaltender, which I didn't like because he was going for the net. He didn't have to stop. Right? That's the same thing. That's the same thing they said with the Kadri. Oh, he was going for the puck. He was going for the net. Well, that's exactly what Neighbors did. Yet you give him the penalty and you don't call it on Kadri, right? When he injures the goalie, right? The Detroit Red Blues are looking good this year so far. I think they're okay. I think that they may crash to earth here as we get into November. I'm kind of waiting for that, right? I'm waiting for that, Mike. I have a feeling that they may crash, right? Sorry, man, my mind just slipped on something. I know John Hefner's watching tonight. John, you can send me a message on Messenger if you want, and I should be able to catch it. At least my phone should do something so I can catch it and go from there. Big ol' thank you to the following people: Danny Johnson, Ashley Jones, Sammy Helms, Jason Nichols, Michael Edwards, and Charles Jenkins. Actually, no. I think that when it comes to officials, and I've said the four ways the officials go, right? I think the NFL has the best officials. I think MLB is second. I think NHL is third, and the NBA is fourth, right? And the NBA, especially after I watched that documentary on the referee that was betting on games. I can't remember his name. Yeah, they said some things in there. The NBA knows that they set their refs up wrong. That they tell their refs in certain games what to call and what not to call. They're a star-driven league, and they want their stars. They don't want their stars falling out of games, right? That's why McDavid doesn't get penalties, right? McDavid should take penalties. He should get a lot more penalties than he does. He took one this year already, right? Mental banana peel. Yeah, I'm kind of in that mode right now, right? Had something personal happen today. I don't want to talk about it, but it just kind of bummed me out, and I have to deal with it. So it is what it is. Things happen, you deal with them. The ref bowl. It's just, I think that the NHL, like normally before the season, they come out and say, well, this is what we're looking at. And last year they said cross-checking. Problem is, I saw so much cross-checking that it was never called. And then when it was called, like in the playoffs, a cross-check, you have to extend your arms completely, right? And Kane did that, but he got the cross-check call, right? When it wasn't, and I saw there were a couple cross-checks from Seattle against Blues that didn't get called. So make up your mind. If you're going to focus on something, call it, especially behind the net. That's the dangerous area. Call it back there, right? I don't know. I struggle with that a little bit. Where are we at? 40 minutes in. What else did I want to talk about? Let me think here for a second. Okay, I thought Binnington found his calm. I think I talked about that. Tarasenko on a McDavid pace. I talked about that, and I think we previewed the game for tomorrow. I'll belay my judgment until tomorrow's pregame show. Have a little more to look at. Tomorrow's show is already posted, actually, right? So go look for it, right? It's an event under my name. You should be there. Yeah, last year the officiating was not that great, and it's been questionable here. I still think that I understand what people say about the goal, Donato goal, but my issue here is if he would have moved anybody else like that, that'd have been a penalty, right? His stick physically moved Binnington 3 inches. You can see him physically move Binnington to clear the puck. And now, the rule, I know you cannot make the puck go in by pushing the pads. If you push on the pads and the puck goes in, that's not a goal. Okay, well, that's what he did. He pushed the pads to open the puck up. Well, isn't that the same as pushing the puck in the net by pushing the pads? To me, if you're not allowed to push the pads to push the puck in, you're not allowed to push the pads. You're allowed to whack at him, but he didn't whack at it. You can see this physically. Whacking is not going to move a guy 3 inches. You have to Binnington's 200 pounds. You're not moving Binnington 200 pounds by whacking him. You're not. He's laying down. He's flat. All his weight is on the ice. And he moved 3 inches. Right? You're not moving 3 inches, 200 pounds, 3 inches by smacking at it. You have to put your weight into it. You have to push that. Right? There is no doubt in my mind that that's what happened. That he pushed Binnington. Now, is that legal or not? Now, according to Tim Peel said he had no issue with the goal. I seen him post that on Twitter. I didn't ask him personally, but for me, you have a rule that says one thing. Well, he's 6'1", and they got him listed at 174 pounds, but I know he's bigger than that. I think he's 180 or 190. That's what he's listed on Cap Friendly. I don't think that's right. Let me see if I can bring him up on something else here real quick. See what number 50 is listed at. I just think that he's heavier than that. 6'2", 172. Okay. I don't know if that's a weight from this year. I do not know if that's a weight from this year because I think he might weigh a little more, to be honest. Right? I'm 6'2", and I weigh about 230. So I can see that. I mean, he is tall and thin, but I think he. And then not only that, add the weight for the pads, right? Well, I think that he's changed. If you read that article that was in the Post-Dispatch today about him, I think that he's figured out a way to channel that to where he can have focus and not get unfocused. And I think when he gets angry, he gets unfocused, right? Or someone says it, the ice is not that slick, especially halfway through the period. I would say that, it's still, even if you're laying on the ice, you've watched them smack at goalies' pads. The goalie pad doesn't move that far, and that's just the leg. He moved an entire man 3 inches by apparently smacking, but he didn't. He pushed, right? So that's my opinion on that. Come on, guys. Who else is here tonight? Come on, don't make me be the only one talking. Right? I have 4 people watching, 7 people watching me on 4, 5, 6, 7 on YouTube, and 2 on YouTube, and 7 on Facebook. Man, I'm just all discombobulated today. I guess that's just what happens sometimes. Not sure how much longer I'm going to go though, man. I need your guys' help because this show is, you guys got to drive the show. I mean, when you're not talking, it gives me nothing to talk about. Florida is up 2-1 on Tampa Bay. Let's check out the rest of the scores right now as we're headed into the day. 3 games on the slate. Like I just said, Florida is up 2-1 with 16:48 to go in the third in the Battle of Florida. In the battle of old Norris Division rivals, the Red Wings are up 2-0 on the feeble Blackhawks with 14:31 to go in the second. Who got the goals from that one? Let's see here. Let's see if any of our boys got the goal. Suter, S-U-T-E-R, Suter, and Larkin get the goals. None of the former Blues did anything well, and Husso is right now faced 4 shots. 4 shots. Wow. And then Detroit's only taken 10. Wow. 4 shots through almost half the game. Well, a quarter of the game. They're at 14:25 remaining. 4 shots. Come on, Chicago. 4 shots. Wow. And then the Kraken and the Avalanche are 0-0 at the end of the first. Way to go, Kraken. Maybe they got some I don't know if tomorrow night's going to be a taco night. He had to shut out his first game. The second game, he gave up 5 goals. Well, their third game, his second game, he gave up 5 goals. Right? So, but this against the Blackhawks, this is bad. I mean, 4 shots. That's bad. I mean, any goalie that only faces 4 shots through half a game is going to give up that little. Right? Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on him. I've been keeping an eye on the Red Blues. Because I want to see. I want to see if what we got, what we did was worth it. Right? Greiss, probably, I think, now to be honest, I think Greiss should start against Winnipeg. Right? I really think Greiss should start against Winnipeg, but he probably won't. He probably won't start until the Predators. And for me, that Predators game is, I don't know, man. I'm just there. Like their reverse retro, not even trying. Yeah. Well, I mean, they like Wendy. Wendy didn't like the reverse retro, so that's one thing to say. Well, guys, I'm about 45 minutes in, and I just, I'm not feeling it tonight. Just not feeling it. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I don't have any guests. I don't have anybody else. We've covered what we needed to cover. We'll be on tomorrow. I'll be better tomorrow, man. So guys, have a great night. I love you. Aloha, mahalo, and don't forget.
Who are you, Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues!
That's right. Let's go Blues. And you got to know I'm bleeding blue with you. Aloha, mahalo, and I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Aloha.